Hey students, here are a few important things you need to know to get started at the piano regarding piano posture, hand shape, and finger numbers of the hands. So as far as how you're going to set up at the piano, we'll talk about height first. You want to be sure to be high enough so that your hands can be basically at a 90-degree angle, pretty neutral shape. If you're sitting too low at the piano, you would end up with an angle like this, and then that way you would have to adjust your hands that way, and that cuts off your wrists. If you're sitting too high, now you have a cutoff on your wrist in the opposite direction. Either direction that way, if your arm is like this or like this, it really limits your ability to move your hands freely. So just a nice neutral position. And then as far as the distance is concerned, you want to be far enough so that if you stick your arms straight out, you can basically make a fist and hit the back of your keyboard. Now, if you don't have a fall board like this, that's okay. You just want to make sure that, again, you're not too close so that your arms are restricted this way. I call that the pterodactyl arms. Or if you're too far away and you're having to reach and now you have zombie arms, your arms are straight out. So I want something in between that. Again, kind of nice and neutral. Your elbows a little bit in front of your body so that you can move back and forth. It's better to be slightly farther away and then hinge forward just a little bit, and that way you're fully engaged with the keyboard. Now, as far as hand shape is concerned, you only want your fingertips to touch the keys. So no, we're not resting hands down here. We're not playing flat. We're not overarching this way. Basically, you could just take a tennis ball. This is the shape you want. That's a really nice hand position, right like that. Another way to find a good hand position is just simply flip your hands over, let them gently rest. When you're at rest, your hands naturally curve a little bit. You don't rest with your hands straight out, which means you wouldn't play like that either. So you just want a nice neutral curve. That makes all the fingers the same length. So then when you play, right, you don't have some fingers that are dangling off the keys and then you have to adjust your arms. Okay, so just neutral like this or with a tennis ball, and that's a really good shape. One last way you could do it is just put your hands on your knees, and that's another good shape as well. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about is finger numbers. So when you're reading music, you'll see a lot of numbers telling you which finger to use. Thumbs are ones, so both your thumbs are first fingers. Index fingers are 2, middle finger is 3, ring finger is 4, pinky is 5. So we don't number from left to right, right? Some students think their left pinky is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's symmetrical, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the basics of piano posture, and I hope that can get you started.